You have been taught that your power is in your action, in the hustle, the grind. But what if your most potent creative force is unleashed? In your stillness? What if the reality you will wake up to tomorrow is being decided tonight, in the final 5 minutes before you sleep? This isn't about wishing. It's not about dreaming. This is about commanding your subconscious mind, the obedient servant that builds your world while you rest. Stay with me, and I will reveal the secret that Napoleon Hill discovered about the world's wealthiest individuals. They didn't just work for their money. They slept for it. By the end of this, you will never go to sleep the same way again. You have been taught that sleep is a period of inactivity, a time for the body to rest, to shut down, to recover. But that is a profound misunderstanding of your own divine power. What if I told you that sleep is not an escape but an entry point, a portal? It is the sacred chamber where your physical reality is truly forged. While your conscious mind, the part of you that worries and doubts, finally goes quiet, the real you, the I am, the formless awareness at your core, awakens to its true nature. It never sleeps. It is pure creative energy, and in the silence of the night it listens with perfect clarity. It is in this hallowed stillness that the seeds of your tomorrow are sown, not by chance, but by the dominant feeling you carry with you as you cross the threshold from waking to slumber. This nightly journey is the most important journey you will ever take, for it determines the world you will awaken to. You are not shutting down. You are plugging in directly to the source of all creation. Now go deeper. Consider that precious hazy moment just before you drift away. That state, often dismissed as drowsiness, is the most fertile creative ground you possess. It is the mystical veil between the world of effects and the world of causes. Here, your consciousness is fluid, open, and intensely receptive. The critical gatekeeper of your conscious mind has abandoned its post, leaving the door to your inner world wide open. This is the moment your subconscious mind, the obedient, unquestioning servant, leans in, waiting for its instructions. It doesn't hear your words as much as it feels your state. It absorbs the essence of your being, your final, dominant assumption about yourself and your reality. This is not a time for idle worry or replaying the day's frustrations. Oh no, that is a tragic waste of creative power. This is the time for selection, a time to consciously choose the state you wish to experience as real. Think of your subconscious mind as a loyal, powerful builder. It does not design the blueprint, you do. It simply takes the plans you give it and works tirelessly, with infinite intelligence, to construct its physical equivalent. It never questions the plan. It never judges. If you hand it a blueprint of lack, of fear, of I don't have enough, it will build a magnificent, detailed reality of exactly that. It will move heaven and earth to prove you right. But if you hand it a blueprint of abundance, of wealth, of I am prosperous, it will apply the same limitless power, the same unwavering focus, to construct a world filled with financial flow and opportunity. Your last waking concept of self is the silent command that this master builder receives. It is the sacred instruction that will echo throughout the night, shaping the very fabric of your experience while you are completely unaware of its tireless, loving work. It only knows how to obey. While your body lies still, this operant power is in constant motion. It is the unseen weaver, taking the threads of the feeling you gave it and weaving them into the tapestry of your life. It rearranges conversations, inspires ideas in others, and orchestrates coincidences and lucky breaks that your conscious mind will later struggle to explain. It is the silent force that magnetizes opportunities to you, or repels them, based entirely on the vibrational instructions it received. This is why you can wake up some days and everything just seems to flow, while on others every door seems to be shut. The work was done hours before you even opened your eyes. The world you perceive is not a random collection of events. It is a perfectly coordinated reflection of the inner work you did, or failed to do, in the sacred moments before you slept. The night is not a void. It is a womb. It is the creative darkness from which your new dawn is born. You awaken in the morning and believe you are starting a new day. In truth, you are simply stepping onto the stage that was constructed for you during the night. The financial news you hear, the bank balance you see, the opportunities that cross your path, they are all the culmination of the silent commands you impressed upon your inner world. Every night, you are either reinforcing the chains of your current circumstances or you are forging the keys to your liberation. There is no neutral ground. You are always creating. The question is not if you are using this power, but what you are creating with it, consciously or unconsciously. Your last 5 minutes of waking consciousness have more impact on your financial destiny than the 8 hours of work that will follow. But this power, this silent architect, it follows a very specific law, and understanding that law is what separates the masters of reality from the prisoners of circumstance. The great sages and titans of industry, the ones who seem to bend reality to their will, all understood this law. Napoleon Hill did not invent it. He uncovered it after decades of studying the minds of the most successful people who ever lived. He found a golden thread running through all their stories. They knew the secret of their own inner world. Hill described the subconscious mind as a fertile plot of land, a rich, dark soil that will accept any seed you plant within it, good or bad. It does not judge. It does not analyze. Its only function is to make things grow. A seed of wealth planted with sincere emotion will grow into a harvest of abundance just as surely as a seed of doubt, planted with fear, will yield a crop of failure. You are the master gardener of your soul, and every single night you are planting. The question is, what seeds are you choosing? What harvest are you commanding into existence? You are already doing this. The goal is to do it with conscious, deliberate selection, but that's only the surface. Here's what changes everything. Hill discovered the precise moment this planting becomes most powerful. It is in that sacred window just before sleep, when the conscious mind, the ego, the worrier, the skeptic, begins to disengage. During your waking hours, this part of you acts as a guard, questioning new ideas and resisting anything that contradicts your current reality. It says, "That's not possible," or "You're not rich." But as you drift into slumber, this guard falls asleep. The gate to the inner kingdom is left wide open. It is then that the subconscious, the pure, raw, operant power, takes full and unopposed control. This is the moment a suggestion can bypass all resistance and be planted directly into the fertile soil of creation. This is not just a good time. It is the time. The Masters Hill study didn't just hope for wealth. They commanded it by impressing their subconscious minds with their assumption of it during this critical, mystical hour. He called this sacred practice nocturnal autosuggestion. But do not be fooled by the simplicity of the term. This is not mere wishful thinking or the empty repetition of words. Oh no, it is the act of feelingly assuming the reality of your desire. It is a profound declaration made with faith and clarity. When you repeat your affirmation, "I am wealthy," in that drowsy, receptive state, you are not trying to convince yourself of something untrue. You are accessing a deeper truth. You are aligning with the state of wealth that already exists as a potential within the infinite field of consciousness. The feeling is the key. You must feel the relief, the security, the freedom of that wealth as if it were already your present reality. This feeling, this inner conviction, is the living water that nourishes the seed. It is the spiritual currency that your subconscious understands and accepts as a command. Repetition combined with faith is the chisel that carves your new reality into being. A single thought, a fleeting wish, can be swept away like a leaf in the wind. But a thought that is repeated with conviction, night after night, becomes a dominant belief. It creates a new pathway in your consciousness, a groove that your energy and awareness will naturally follow. Faith is the electrical charge in that repetition. It's the unwavering trust that what you have assumed in imagination is a fact in the spiritual realm and must by law objectify itself in your world. This is not a faith in some external power to grant you your wish. It is faith in the creative power within you, the I Am. It is the quiet knowing that your consciousness is the one and only reality, and what you feel is true within, you are destined to meet without. This is the alchemical marriage of thought and feeling that gives birth to worlds. And here lies the awesome responsibility of this power. Your subconscious mind is completely impersonal. It will bring you wealth with the same effortless ease it will bring you poverty. It only follows the blueprint of your dominant assumptions. The successful individuals Hill studied had learned, either by design or by accident, to discipline their minds. They refused to go to sleep in a state of worry, anger, or fear. They understood that to do so would be to command their silent servant to create more circumstances to justify those very feelings. They consciously chose their final waking thought. They made it a ritual to flood their consciousness with the feeling of success and gratitude before they slept. They weren't just ending their day. They were designing their tomorrow. They were rewriting their own financial code, not with hard work or struggle, but with the divine, effortless power of conscious selection. You must understand this with absolute clarity. This law is always in operation. It never rests. The creative power of your consciousness is not something you turn on and off. It is breathing constantly. The only choice you have is what you impress upon it. For most, this power is used unconsciously, and tragically, it is used to perpetuate the very limitations they wish to escape. Every time you lay your head down and allow your mind to marinate in the worries of the day, the bills, the debts, the fears of not having enough, you are performing a sacred ritual. You are praying, not with words but with feeling. You are giving a clear, silent command to your inner world. Give me more of this. Give me more reasons to feel this lack. And your faithful subconscious, this operant power, bows its head in obedience and says, "Thy will be done." It then works through the night to arrange a world that perfectly matches the feeling you fed it. Scarcity is not a condition, it is a creation. Now go deeper. See the mechanism for what it is. The negative thoughts are not the cause. They are the symptom of an underlying state. The state of scarcity. When you dwell on a fear of loss, you have assumed the reality of that loss. You are wearing it like a garment in the inner world. Your imagination is living in that unwanted reality. And because imagination is the only reality, the world of shadow and form has no choice but to conform. The unexpected expense that appears, the opportunity that falls through, the check that gets delayed, these are not random misfortunes. They are the logical, unavoidable harvest of the seeds of worry you planted. Your world is your consciousness pushed out. It is a mirror, and it can only reflect the face you make at it. To curse the reflection while holding a grimace of fear is the definition of spiritual insanity. The change must happen first within your own mind. Here's what changes everything. The moment you realize this, you reclaim your power. You stop being a victim of your thoughts and become the master of your attention. You understand that if you can create lack by dwelling on it, you can, with the same power and the same law, create abundance by dwelling in the feeling of it. This is the great turning point. It is the conscious selection of your inner state. Instead of allowing your mind to drift on the currents of external evidence, you anchor it in the truth of what you desire to be. You deliberately, intentionally feed your mind with images and feelings of prosperity. You repeat with feeling, "Money flows to me easily and frequently." You declare, "I am prosperous." You are not lying to yourself. You are choosing a different reality to occupy within your own magnificent imagination, knowing that what is chosen within must eventually be born without. This makes your last 5 minutes before sleep the most critical, most potent, most powerful segment of your entire day. This is not a time for casual thought. It is the time you stand at the helm of your ship, with your hands on the wheel of creation, and set the course for your voyage. The feeling state you hold in these 5 minutes is the destination you are programming into the cosmic GPS of your subconscious mind. It is the ultimate command that will echo through the chambers of the night. Do you set the course for the stormy seas of anxiety and doubt? Or do you chart a course for the calm, beautiful shores of security and abundance? What you do in these final waking moments defines what the universe does for you in the hours that follow. This is not a small psychological trick. This is the application of the first principle of creation, that your assumption, if persisted in, will harden into fact. Therefore, your nightly task is not to fight the negative thoughts of the day, but to render them irrelevant by choosing a new state. You must flood your consciousness so completely with the feeling of your wish fulfilled that there is no room for anything else. You must feel the gratitude, the peace, the deep inner knowing that what you desire is already yours. This is the true work. You are not trying to acquire something you don't have. You are simply returning to a state of being that is naturally yours. Prosperity is not something you chase. It is something you are. By consistently repeating this process, night after night, you are not just thinking a new thought. You are creating a new identity. You are building a new self-concept, a new I am. And this new identity will, with absolute certainty, lead to new behaviors, new opportunities, and a new financial reality. So how do you transform this knowledge into power? How do you shift from being a passive dreamer to a conscious creator? You do it by ritual, not a hollow religious rite, but a sacred personal practice. This is the nightly ritual for rewriting your reality. The first step is the great disconnection. 1 hour before you intend to sleep, you must declare a holy ceasefire with the outer world. Turn off the screens, all of them. The television that screams lack, the phone that buzzes with distraction, the computer that holds the worries of the day. You are unplugging from the chaotic, contradictory consciousness of the masses to plug into the singular, coherent consciousness of the I am within you. You must create a sanctuary, a quiet, peaceful environment where the only voice that matters is your own. This is not about escapism. It is a deliberate act of selection. You are choosing your own inner world over the world of shadows. Now, in this self-created stillness, you begin to quiet the inner chatter. Your conscious mind is a restless beast, still chewing on the day's events. You must calm it. You do this with the breath. The breath is the sacred bridge between the physical and the non-physical. Sit or lie down comfortably. Close your eyes and breathe. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4, feeling the air fill your lungs with life, with potential. Hold that breath for a count of 4, feeling the stillness, the power held in suspension. And then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. And as you do, you release everything. You release the day. You release the doubts. You release the identity of the person you were. With each exhale, you are becoming more empty, more receptive, more formless. Do this for 3 to 5 minutes. This is not a chore. This is the sacred act of lulling the gatekeeper of your mind to sleep so you may enter the throne room. Now the soil is prepared. The conscious mind is quiet. You have arrived at the fertile moment of pure receptivity. Here you plant the seeds. Choose 3 powerful, short, present tense affirmations that embody your fulfilled desire. Not "I will be wealthy," for that is a confession that you are not. But "I am wealthy." Money flows to me effortlessly. I am a magnet for abundance. Choose the phrases that resonate with feeling. And now you repeat them. Not like a parrot, but like a prophet. Repeat each one, slowly, 5 to 10 times. Feel the meaning of the words. Let the vibration of the statement saturate your being. You are not trying to make it true. Oh no. You are acknowledging the truth that already exists in the real world of your imagination. With each repetition, you are impressing this truth deeper and deeper upon the formless substance of your subconscious mind. This is your divine command. But that's only the surface. Now you must clothe these commands in the flesh of reality. You must move from words to worlds. This is the 4th step, visualization. After your affirmations, you don't just think of your desire. You think from it. You close your eyes and you step into the scene of your wish fulfilled. What would it feel like right now if it were true? Don't observe the scene from a distance. You are the actor on the stage. Feel the weight of the money in your hands or see the balance in your account. Feel the profound sense of relief and security washing over you. Hear the conversations of congratulation. See the details of the life you now live. Inhabit this state. Linger here. Make this inner world more real, more vivid, more solid than the world you left behind when you closed your eyes. For feeling is the key that turns the lock of creation. And finally, the 5th and most crucial step, the great release. Once you have fully inhabited the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you conclude with 2 sacred acts: gratitude and surrender. You give thanks. A deep, genuine feeling of gratitude wells up within you. Thank the divine intelligence within, the I am, as if your desire is already a concrete fact in your world. For in the world of consciousness it is. Gratitude is the final seal upon the impression. It is the signature on the contract. And then, you let it go. You surrender. You do not wonder how it will happen. You do not look for signs. You simply trust. You rest in the calm assurance that what is done in imagination is done in reality. You have planted the seed. The law will handle the harvest. You now drift into sleep, not in a state of wanting, but in a state of knowing. And in that knowing, your financial code begins to rewrite itself. You have been led to believe that prosperity is a result of what you do, of your job, your investments, your luck. But that is the great deception. Prosperity is not an acquisition. It is an embodiment. It is not something you get from the outside world. It is something that radiates from your inner world. Your financial reality is nothing more than a printout of a deeply ingrained internal code, a set of core beliefs and assumptions you hold about money and yourself. This code runs silently, automatically, in the background of your consciousness, dictating every financial event in your life. You have been trying to change the printout by working harder, by struggling, by worrying, but the code remains the same. The results, therefore, must also remain the same. To change your wealth, you must first change the code. You must rewrite the fundamental program of your own I am. Now go deeper. Where did this code come from? It was written for you before you were conscious enough to choose it. It is composed of the words you heard as a child. Money is the root of all evil. We can't afford that. You have to work brutally hard for every penny. These were not just phrases. Oh no, they were hypnotic spells. They were programming commands installed directly into your open and receptive subconscious mind. They became your assumptions, the unquestioned truths upon which your identity was built. You carry these commands within you right now. They are the silent saboteurs that create anxiety when you receive a large sum of money or make you feel unworthy of ease and flow. They are the invisible walls of the prison you have been living in. But here is the secret. Any code written by man can be rewritten by man, and you are the master programmer. Here's what changes everything. The operant power within you, your subconscious mind, has no preference. It does not know the difference between a code of lack and a code of abundance. It is pure impartial energy. It will execute any program you give it with perfect faith and precision. Your task is not to fight the old code. To fight it is to give it energy. Your task is to make it obsolete by writing a new one. You do this by deliberately and consciously choosing new commands. You replace the old disempowering lies with new powerful truths. You declare, I am the source of my own abundance. You assume the feeling of, I am so grateful that money comes to me in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis. This is not an affirmation you are saying. This is a reality you are selecting. You are handing your loyal servant a new divine blueprint. This is not a one-time act. It is the forging of a new identity. Consistency is the fire in which this new self is tempered. Every single time you repeat your new assumption with feeling, you are strengthening the neural pathways of prosperity in your consciousness. You are overriding the old program. You are moving from the state of the one who lacks to the state of the one who is abundance. At first, your senses may deny it. The outer world may still reflect the old code, but you must persist. You must be more loyal to your inner vision than to your current reality. For your inner vision, if held in faith, is the future reality pressing for birth. Daily, nightly repetition is how you convince your deeper mind that this new identity is not a fantasy. It is who you now are. And the universe does not respond to your wishes. It responds to the truth of your I am. When this new identity becomes your natural state, everything shifts. It is law, it must. You will find yourself making different decisions, not out of effort, but because it is now your nature. You will see opportunities that were previously invisible to you. You will attract people and circumstances that resonate with your new assumption of wealth. The money, the success, the freedom, they are not things you are attracting to you. They are the natural, effortless expressions of the new code you are running. Abundance will flow not because you are doing anything different, but because you are someone different. You have successfully rewritten your financial program from the inside out. You are not chasing prosperity anymore. You have become it, and the world has no choice but to reflect the magnificent truth you have finally claimed for yourself. Your sleep is no longer a rest. It is your creative workshop. You do not earn abundance. You are abundance, so what reality will you command tonight? Let me know in the comments below. If this has awakened the true creator within you, subscribe and activate the notifications, because this is just the beginning. The next video is your next step into power. Click it now and go deeper.